Things are getting weird. The driest place in China is now flooding, breaking all local records. Experts are in disbelief. Surrounded by mountains, moisture rarely enters. But tracking the airflow to its source left everyone speechless. The moisture source was the Arabian Sea. It crossed the Himalayas, spanned across Asia, and poured into this desert. 53.8 millimeters of rain in 3 hours for a normal city. But for Hotan, what does this mean? Annual rainfall is just 40 millimeters. Yet, in one morning. Furthermore, experts checked past data. 34,4 mm in a single hour. This number. Imagine, before anyone could react, the sky opened up. The two expressway, a vital Xinjiang route, turned into a muddy river. Water covered the chassis. Muddy water hit the roofs. People climbed out windows, standing in deep, muddy water, stepping on the desert. How did it feel? The irony comes later. In June 2021, lasting over 10 hours, totaling 56 mm, that already broke all historical records. Just 5 years later, not just slightly, but much more fiercely and concentrated. The rain didn't just fall. It violently crashed down. Experts used a term, more concentrated rain. But that's not all. Because where this extreme rain came from defines how we view it. You know the rain shadow effect. In Xinjiang, the Tibetan and Pamir plateaus form like a permanent wall. Normally, strong Indian Ocean currents can't pass this barrier. Moisture drops on the south side. This is why the Taklamakan is so dry. But in June 2026, the rules changed. Carefully tracked the storm's moisture, finding something unbelievable. The rain came from the Arabian Sea, over 5,000 kilometers away. Indian Ocean moisture passed Pakistan and scaled the roof of the world. What kind of... It happens when two currents that shouldn't meet collide. Warm moisture from the southwest, cold air from Lake Baikal collided over the desert. Cold and warm air clashed and poured down at once. This is a rare emerged mesoscale convective system. Sounds complex. A superhose aimed at the desert, drenching the land. explains why it wasn't absorbed, but became a disaster. Known as a soil crust. Weathering an intense sun hardened the sandy surface. It repels water instead of storing it. When the storm hit, absorption couldn't match rainfall. Excess water rushed over the surface, forming flash floods, feeding into the Tarim River. The river overflowed into desert depressions, a desert highway without drainage. Suddenly became a riverbed, covered in thick mud. Traffic was rescue teams worked overnight, barely reopening by the 21st. Is this a coincidence? Absolutely not. You'll notice Xinjiang's extreme rain is increasing. And not just a bit. It's exponential. Weather data shows, over the past 30 years, southern Xinjiang's heavy rain rose 27%. And blizzards increased 1.5 times. Rainy days haven't increased. It's incredibly fierce. Or Poring Har, a dangerous climate signal. Of Xinjiang's 51. Saw their max daily rain records after 2000, with 20% in the last 5 years. In other words, are happening more often. Flood volumes in the Hotan River Basin spiked over the last 60 years. Rare desert floods now happen frequently. It's no longer abnormal. Some might cheer, saying the desert is getting wet. This is a good thing. Hold on, don't celebrate yet. The national average is over 600 millimeters. Doesn't even dent evaporation. Meteorologists stress repeatedly. More rain doesn't mean a wetter climate, because of a fatal overlooked variable. Evaporation alongside rising temps boosts ground evaporation. The Taklamakan's annual evaporation is 2,5 to 3,4 millimeter, meaning the ground's thirst far exceeds the rain given, even if floods form a temporary oasis. The water won't stay under the hot sun. Back to square one. But that's not all. Extreme rain is no gentle gift. It's a deadly threat due to the terrain. The desert's southern edge. The high Kanlan Mountains are south. The flat Tarim Basin is north, acting like a giant basin. Rain from the mountains rushes straight to the plains. And the Tarim Basin. With no outflow, water rushes down, pooling in low-lying areas. A flood in July 2021 caused Sinopec's oil exploration area to flood, flooding over 300 square kilometers, destroying 50 survey vehicles. This is no small accident. The same could happen this year. Back in November 2024, the desert locking project was fully completed. Surrounding the desert, red willows and modern sand control. Between the desert and oasis, greatest sand control achievements. But let's be clear, this project stops desert expansion and blowing sand. It can't stop desert floods, floods rushing down the mountains, rampage through the desert, and flooding oil facilities. Can't stop disasters from the sky. So what's the root cause? A global phenomenon, global warming. Xinjiang warms by 0.33 degrees Celsius per decade, higher than the national average. The air holds more moisture. Meanwhile, glaciers and snow melt faster. Snowmelt and extreme rain combine, making floods more severe. What climatologists fear most. Droughts and floods no longer oppose, but increasingly, a dry place gets sudden heavy rain, followed by months of drought. This extreme swing, going back to that quiet moment, these storms. Not amazed by nature's wonders, but realizing it wasn't an accident. A signal that Earth's climate system is profoundly changing. We spent thousands of years adapting to the current climate. We built cities in specific places, built infrastructure, and planned agriculture. Xinjiang is changing. So, the question is, or actively understand it, adapt to it, or even stop it? I'll leave this question for everyone. Desert floods aren't just natural disasters. We always thought we fully. But in reality, we've only just begun.